they're actually brought to us by people like yourselves who bring in toys that maybe your children don't play with, they're broken, or maybe they outgrew the toys, and we sit them right there on the table for the ghost kids to play with. And as you guys obviously noticed, something's playing with it, wants to play with those toys right now. It keeps going up. Looks like it's a quick hit of maybe a green or a yellow light, I'm not sure. But a good example of this, and some of you might actually still have the chance to do that real quick. No, maybe not. The last two are closed. So up in the gift shop, above where the girls took your tickets, right at the computer, somebody one year, a lovely couple, they gave us this brand new baby doll. This brand new little baby doll that they bought. And they brought it to us and said, hey, we want to give this to the ghost children. So what we did was we brought the doll down here and we placed it right on the toy table. About a month later, we were doing some routine cleaning, and believe it or not, this doll went missing. We had no idea where this doll disappeared to. Well, after some searching, we actually found the doll. It was way back in Rose's pit, in pieces. And I'm not talking about how you do with dolls now where you just pop them out of the sockets. This thing looked like you gave it to your dog as a chew toy. And the pieces, what we could salvage, we put in this little plastic holder with a little sticky note explaining the whole story behind it, the situation, and we stuck it up in the gift shop for everyone to see, to know what kind of forces might be down here in the basement itself. But speaking of routine cleaning, we're going to go back to good old Joe. Unfortunately, Joe had another encounter, one that I know he probably doesn't like to talk about after so many years. Being that this is a museum, people do have to clean up after a while. We want to make it look good for you guys. Get rid of the trash, the garbage, anything that's lying about. So we clean it out every now and then. And one year, of all the people that worked here, Joe pulled the short straw of the bunch, and he had to do it. And of all the days he could have picked to clean this place, it was a day on a Sunday, I believe, that had no tours scheduled. The gift shop was closed for most of the day. And he was all by himself in this very building when he decided to clean the cellar. Probably not the best idea to do that, especially knowing how haunted it is. So he came down into the cellar by himself with a cleaning kit, sat right on one of these benches, and the first thing he did was he took a big old black trash bag, some rubber gloves, and he started to clean anything he could find under the toy table. And as he was just putting the trash in the bag and cleaning it out, within minutes, all of a sudden, poof, all the lights went out at once. And he thought it was just a blackout, a power cut. There's no way someone did that to me. I'm the only one here. So thinking it was a power outage, he made his way through the darkness through these benches, and he came over here to the light switch itself. And we all know if you have a blackout and you previously had lights on, the light switch should be in the on position, correct? When he went over to that switch on the wall, it had been physically pushed in the off position. He's the only one in here. So like magic, he flicks the switch. Instantly, the lights turn back on, as if there was no problem. So he goes and finishes his job over there under the table. Within the next half hour or so, he starts hitting up all these other spots in the cellar, making it nice and clean and spotless. And he's about ready to leave, but then he realizes there's one more spot that he forgot to clean out. And to many people, including himself, it's the one spot we all dread about when we set foot at the head of the stairs. It's the spot behind this creepy looking little door that you see right behind me. Where you see the spot he had to touch up was none other than the hall that goes back to Rose's dungeon. He has to go all the way back there to the left to where the dungeon is, and he has to clean out the dungeon. Who knows what kind of critters are back there, or dirt and trash and things like that. So he goes all the way back there with his trash bag and his trusty gloves. He's practically halfway inside the pit itself, cleaning out what he can find, broken toys, things like that. He's back there for not even 5 minutes, when all of a sudden, it happens again. The lights cut out, and it all gets dark. And he's kind of wondering what the heck's going on with the electricity in this place, trying not to freak out, except the next sound he hears changes all that. The door to the dungeon shuts and slams by itself. And it's such a loud bang that he thinks it might have latched, and now he might be locked back there in the pit of all places. So here's his big dilemma. He's in the haunted orphanage way back where Rosa's pit is. It's dark, there's been a blackout, no power, the door slams shut, possibly locking him in. And his one line for help, the one way that he could get someone to let him out, his cell phone, is on the other side of the door next to his cleaning kit on a bench. How's he going to get out of this one? So, after he calms down a bit, after having an anxiety attack, he actually, of course, makes his way through the darkness of the cellar, comes to the surface of the door, gives it a little shove while holding his breath. It opens up. It's not locked. That's good. He makes his way over to the light switch, which once again is physically in the off position. At this point, he knows something's down here with him. Something's playing tricks on him. So he flicks it, the lights come on, he grabs his cleaning kit and the cell phone, and he hightails it so fast up those stairs that he says, you know what, someone else can clean this place next year. I'm done. I'm not coming back down here. So that's just an example of what kind of forces might be down here. I know you guys are watching that K2 meter. It's probably going off every now and then, right?
Yours is, mine's not.
Oh, yours
which is even stranger.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, it just went off into yellow again. That's weird.
Yep.
Huh. I can't explain that one.
That's even a better, if they were both going off, then, but if it's just one and not the other, and they're so close, it's a little...
It is weird, because it's not even an inch apart or two apart.
Huh?
Yeah.
It's almost on the same stuff.
They were both going off.
Did I say it backwards?
Yeah.
Oh.
But there have been numerous spirits that have been seen in this building. One of which is a young girl that goes by the name of Emily. Emily was actually, through research, she was an orphan that attended here at the time in the 1870s. And this little girl and her family encountered Emily one night on a tour. They were actually sitting along the back wall right behind you guys. And the girl was sitting right next to this meter here, and she kept talking to it. And the guy thought she was going crazy, but she said she was talking to Emily, who was seated right next to her. And Emily was telling her all sorts of things about Rosa, about the children here at the orphanage. There's apparently a young boy named Tommy, and Tommy likes to hide under the toy table, so that might be him trying to communicate with us. And he's very shy and bashful, so he doesn't really come out a lot. But when we do bring tour groups down here, every now and then, like K2s do light up, people do feel cold spots, like something is moving through them. So he might be wandering about, checking us out, wondering why we're down here. But there is another spirit that actually has been seen here and actually had a very good picture taken here in the cellar. And it happened one night when the tour guide took his entire group back to see Rosa's dungeon. Well, while the whole group is back there, there were two individuals that decided, you know what, it's a little crowded back there. How about we take some pictures out here in the cellar now that it's empty? So while the group's back that hall seeing the pit, a young lady and what looks like her child sat right here on this bench in front of this white pole. And they decided to have a little bit of fun. They weren't just going to take pictures of the cellar, they were actually going to take a selfie. Of all things, a selfie. So they sat there, they got their camera out, groups back there doing their own thing, and they took a picture, just the mother and the child. When that picture came out, they realized they weren't the only two in that picture. They were seated right there on the bench, smiling, having a good time. And right behind this pole, right here where the lantern is, you see this shape, this entity, kind of peeking around the corner at them. And if you haven't seen that picture, I'm showing it to you right now. For years it's been on our Facebook page. They submitted it. It was one of the most popular pictures ever. This is the picture in whole. When we zoom in and actually look at it, that's what came out. That's what was in the picture with it.
Oops.
There's the shoulder.
Alrighty.
Yeah, if that's not a real person, that's a pretty good picture, let me
It's
tell you.
very good. It's probably one of the best pictures we've ever gotten in one of these buildings.
Oh, yeah. That's a little creepy.
And-
It is a little creepy.
And as I
Yeah.
mentioned earlier, it's hard to ID ghosts. So people I've heard things like, oh, it looks like one of the children that attended here. It looks like little Rosa herself. We don't know. But it was captured right in this spot. When this happened, they ran back They showed the tour guide that was back there with the rest of the group. They freaked out. The tour was over. At the same time as they exited the building towards the parking lot, there was another tour group just quitting their tour. And that guy was actually an investigator like you guys. She went running over there and showed him the picture. He was speechless. He had no idea what was going on.
I'm normally, when I look at a picture, I'll be like, okay, that's fake.
And people have actually tried to reproduce this picture, and of course, it doesn't happen. It's mind-boggling to realize what could be down here in the cellar. And it's very interesting to see what happens in the next couple minutes, that it's only just us. So with that being said, of course, what we're going to do is we're going to turn out the lights. Be all right? Not scared? Okay. We're going to turn out the lights, and it is going to be a lot darker than what it was up in the dining hall, in the showcase. And what we'll do is we'll actually leave the doorway. Well, actually, you know what? You guys want to see the pit up close? All right. If you follow me, I'll lead you back there. It's a lot darker, and it's a little more. Watch your heads, please, because you won't bang your head. We'll actually play in the dark after that.
This was on fire.
Whoops, sorry, hon.
If you actually stick your head in there, you can see how far back it goes. Imagine how many kids she could actually fit in there.
Oh, wow. Where am I? If I get stuck, somebody's gonna pull me out, man.
I'm gonna leave her and run.
Yeah.
Right. Turn off the light and just run.
Yep.
Oh. Oh, wow. That's so sad.
Yeah, I could do that.
Is my okay? Sorry, guys.
That's not a demon, I promise you.
Thought it was a narwhal.
Kind of curious. Why don't you
That'd
guys?
be really cool to
I was
see.
gonna say, why don't you guys try to see if you can make a noise rather than getting a K2 reaction, since we've heard noises the last couple days.
How about? Can you guys do this really loud? What is over in this left-hand corner?
Left-hand corner,
Yeah,
behind the chain.
like behind me.
Oh, behind you.
Behind the chain.
It's the ventilation system.
Okay.
And there's a pipe that goes from the toilet.
We have like a really freezing cold spot
It's
right
cold
between us.
right between us. Like freezing. Oh yeah.
There. Here, I'll hand you this.
Right in my arm.
Yeah, that's actually a little bit out here too.
Now I can't see.
This whole my left side.
Here, give this to them for me. I can't see anything.
Slight left.
Oh, there you go. Thank you.
Thank you.
After watching these lights, I turn around, I can't say anything. Yeah.
This one actually just went off.
Is it?
Is there somebody
I can't-
sitting next to me?
Let's see if I
Besides the
can.
hole?
I am.
It's still really
You're almost
cold.
there, yeah.
Thank you.
It's still cold, Shay.
Yeah, I can't even see though. Like even on the camera.
It is. It's like just this side. It came out a little bit, but it's mostly just the arm.
There we go.
Is there someone trying to sit between us?
There's a cold spot over here.
I got one.
How many of us are down
It is
here?
colder over here.
All of a sudden,
Yeah,
it was
you could
fine.
feel it.
Yeah.
It's starting to go around me now. I can feel it
If you come over
moving.
here, there's something going on. There's some cold air right
I could
over
feel
here.
it move.
Right, because obviously I'm wearing shorts, so I could definitely feel it. It's,
I would come over there, but I'd probably trip and fall because I almost didn't make it.
This is weird. It's back over here again.
Yeah.
Is there somebody sitting on this bench with me?
It's right where I'm at. I'm standing right in it.
Sorry.
I'm standing right in it. You're okay. I can feel where my legs are. I can also feel where my arms are. I'm like standing side to side like this. There's something right here where I'm at.
Is there someone standing near us?
What was that?
Sorry.
Was that a person?
There's
Okay.
no persons there.
My purse was by my feet.
Oh, you kicked it?
No, it was on the bench.
It moved? I can't hold on. Here you go. Watch it. Light. Here comes the light.
Your bag.
It's brand new.
It fell over?
Yeah.
You didn't, no one hit it?
No, I did not hit it.
It just randomly fell over.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. This is now getting interesting. Right at the end of the tour.
That's how it always
Someone
goes.
knocked their bag over.
Oops.
Who's here with us?
What? Oh.
I'm wearing a bag if you want to come up and pull on it.
That K2 just went off.
Mm. If I record this way, that one will go off.
I know.
My camera settings from after, look, they changed. I can't.
Don't be forgetting my phone's over there.
You're not even standing behind me where I thought you were. Hello.
Hi. The phone's over there recording.
Okay.
It doesn't have a case on it, so.
Yeah.
There's nothing to be scared
There's
of.
nothing to be afraid of.
You're okay.
Right here.
Can I see the K2 for a second?
Yeah.
Just
Let
out
me.
of curiosity.
Mine?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. After looking at the screen, I can't see nothing. Oh,
Yeah,
there, I can
no,
see
you're
it.
fine.
There you go. Yep. You can hold on to it. You feel something with you?
I can't tell if it's air conditioning or what, but I'm so cold I can't stop shaking.
Yeah. It is colder on this side.
Yeah.
It got colder even after I came over, but are you back down there with the teddy bear? Yeah.
I can't just keep myself from shaking.
That wasn't me.
What?
That wasn't me. Wasn't me either.
Nobody bumped into that?
No.
That's weird.
I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I turned around.
I was gonna say, I saw you, and I was like,
Yeah.
wait a minute, you just hit that?
Nope.
Wow.
That's why I like turned real quick.
All right.
Hey Nicole, since you're here, can you look at this for a minute? All my settings just changed after I came over to you guys. My camera buttons are gone, and now it's doing this since I've never seen it do that before. Have you?
Is it playing your record? No.
No, I'm recording.
Sorry.
I've never seen that before.
No.
You don't? Okay. Maybe we can figure it out later.
Yeah.
But look, you know how I can usually take pictures while I'm doing video?
Yeah.
Those buttons are gone.
All right, guys, we'll just go for a
Did you
little bit
have them
longer,
before?
another minute or
Huh?
so.
You had them
Unfortunately,
before?
the tour will end,
Yeah.
and then we'll have to leave. As much as I'd love to stay here all night and have fun.
Oh,
Good. Right when it's getting good.
Right one, yeah.
We've had cold spots. We've had K2s going off.
No, he does. He's holding it.
Oh, okay.
We've had a possible bench being knocked into. What happened over there? Did
There's
that
a
just
floating
fall?
K2. Thank you. Oh, I can't forget Ghosty.
Oh, did you put them on the table?
Yeah.
Huh. So that light. It's still going off.
He likes that toy table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably a child.
If anybody's here with us tonight before we leave, why don't you make a noise? Try talking to us. I know you were talking the last couple of nights.
I swear I just heard them. It sounded like just a white whimper.
That's what we did last night. Thought I heard you. You speak loudly?
If that's you, can you be louder? Jesus Christ.
Do you like it when people come down here and try to talk to you? Over here in the corner?
It was a big thud, like
I
it
heard
was
the-
upstairs.
yeah.
Like it sounded like it was coming from upstairs. I know for a fact she's going by that.
Who was that?
I heard that too.
Yeah.
That was my leg. I hit something.
Yeah, but
But I heard
before,
that.
did you?
I
You
heard
is
it.
that you? Did you just stomp your foot?
No.
No,
Did-
something in the
I
corner.
heard. I
right
heard
here.
the first thing, but I moved into the.
Yeah, I heard you do
Table.
that. Something was just between him and I, and it
It
went.
was upstairs.
No,
being
this
that-
was after that. After
After
you already,
that?
after you already said that, something right between him and I went. And I got 2 recorders going, so I probably got it, because it was quite loud. Well, not quite loud, but loud enough.
I heard it too.
It was right before she bumped into the
To
bench.
the, yeah.
I thought I heard it too. I thought it was over in the corner more, but I did hear it.
Yeah, no, I think it was right between him and I, which is right where both recorders are.
Yeah.
Huh?
What?
My arm's getting tired. Oop, that's a bright one.
All right, guys. Unfortunately, we are gonna have to
Yep.
close up shop here soon.
Thank you for talking to us and hanging out with us. You cannot come home with us. You have to stay here. You do not have permission to follow us.
If anybody's here with us tonight before we leave, why don't you make a noise? Try talking to us. I know you were talking the last couple of nights.
I swear I just heard them. It sounded like just a light whimper.
That's what we heard last night. Thought I heard you. Can you speak loudly?
If that's you, could you be louder?
Thought I heard you. Thought I heard you.
Hey everybody, this is Shay from Sis Paranormal. Nicole and I would like to thank you for watching our video and all the continued support. If you have any experiences, comments, or questions, be sure to put them down below. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and like and follow us on Facebook. We can be found at Sis Paranormal Supernatural Investigation Services. Thank you.